next day, the queens return to the workroom following Zuko's elimination. Helga makes sure to announce the fact that she won last week, loud enough for everyone to hear it. Everyone reluctantly congratulates her, and then Rosalina asks Kim Possible how she feels about surviving the lip sync last week. Kim responds, saying she feels sad that she had to send Zuko home, but she doesn't regret anything. She says that she deserves to be here and that she won the lip sync fair and square. Rosalina agrees with her, saying that she definitely won the lip sync. In fact, she kind of ate him up. Everyone laughs, and the queens are called to be told about their next challenge.
I am really happy to see Kim Possible is still here. Her and I have become good friends throughout this season. She deserved to stay 100%, so I am very glad she did.
Hello my queens. This week you're going to be dancing and singing the night away, in Burger Finger, the Rusical. I can't wait to see your performances. Good luck racers.
Finally, a performance challenge. I tried to do something different for my talent show and it didn't go well. This time I am just going to stick to what I'm good at. I am a dancing queen. This is totally in my wheelhouse. I can't wait.
Helga, as the winner of last week's challenge, you will assign the roles.
The power is in my hands this week. Will I sabotage everyone to make it easier for me to win? Or will I enter my congenial era, and give everyone the roles they want? I'm not too sure.
Everyone gathers around Helga to get their roles. Helga asks everyone what role they would like to play. Miss Frizzle says that she wants to be plain Jane. Rosalina also wants to be plain Jane. Starfire wants to be a mandatory meeting. Kim Possible wants to be Big Atlas. And Primarina wants to be RuPaul. Helga tells them that they can have the roles they want, but that two people want to be plain Jane and that is the role she wants for herself, so Miss Frizzle and Rosalina will both be waiters number 1 and number 2 instead. They both seem visibly upset by this, but before they can say anything to her, Helga grabs her script and walks away.
I am happy I got the role I wanted, but I do feel bad for Rosalina and Miss Frizzle. Helga did them kind of dirty by taking the role they wanted, and giving them both the smallest parts in the entire show. I'm sure they will still do great with what they got, and hopefully I will as well.
Miss Frizzle and Rosalina approach Helga. Helga asks them what they want, and says if they are there to complain about their roles, she isn't interested in hearing it. Miss Frizzle persists anyways, and asks her why she didn't even give them a choice in what roles they could have, and instead just gave them the smallest parts. Helga says that she did that because they were the only people fighting over a role, and those were the 2 roles that no one wanted, so it was the simplest solution. Rosalina attempts to chime in, but once again Helga walks away before she can say anything to her. Miss Frizzle and Rosalina look at each other, but before a single word is said, the queens are called to the main stage. The queens arrive on stage to learn their choreography. My queens, you're going to be learning your choreography for the Rusical, but you won't be learning from just anyone. Please welcome, professional choreographer, Puss in Boots.
OMG, Puss in Boots? I know he was here for the girl group challenge last season, but I wasn't expecting him to be here right now. This is so exciting. He is such an amazing choreographer. I know myself and the other girls can learn a lot from him.
The queens learn their choreography.
Phew, that was intense. I may have a really small part in this Rusical, but still that choreography was not easy. I guess when you've been doing this for so long, eventually it gets harder to move like you used to. Hopefully I can get this down and steal the show despite the size of my role.
The queens return to the workroom after practicing their choreography. Everyone looks exhausted. Rosalina asks the rest of the girls how they are feeling about the challenge. Primarina says that she is struggling to get her choreo down, and that she is really nervous. Rosalina tells her not to worry, and that she is sure she will get it down in time. Miss Frizzle says that she was shocked by how intense her choreography was, considering her role is so minuscule. Rosalina agrees with her, saying that their shared choreo was surprisingly difficult. Before anyone else can speak, the queens are called to the main stage. Welcome to the main stage of John's cartoon race. This week my queens were challenged to give show-stopping performances in Burger Finger, the Rusical. Based on your performances in this week's challenge, I have made some decisions. Kim Possible, you are safe, you may leave the stage.
Safe again, darn, I was really hoping to stand out this week, The finale is only 2 weeks away and I am the only queen without a win. That usually doesn't end well. Hopefully next week will be my week.
The rest of you represent the tops and bottoms of the week. Now it's time for the judges' critiques. Following their critiques, the queens all enter the Untucked Lounge. The queens discuss their predictions on where everyone placed this week. Miss Frizzle says that she is nervous. She expresses how she has yet to really stumble in this competition, but she thinks she got in her head because of what happened with the role assignments. Rosalina tells her that they basically had the same role, so she understands how she feels. She also says, however, that a small part doesn't mean a small performance. Helga turns to Miss Frizzle and tells her that she's sorry she struggled with the role she gave her, but that she didn't want to give up the role of plain Jane to anyone, so she had to give them what was left over. Miss Frizzle reluctantly tells her that she understands her reasoning, but she also mentions that Helga didn't do well in her role, so stealing it may not have been the best idea for her. Helga rolls her eyes at her, and before anyone can say anything else, the queens are called back to the main stage.
I really don't understand why Miss Frizzle won't just let this go. I wanted the role, and it was my responsibility to assign everyone else's, so of course I gave myself the role I wanted. Anyone else would have done the same thing. I may be a bit mischievous sometimes, but that doesn't mean everything I do is done with malintent.
Welcome back, my queens. Rosalina, great job this week, you are safe. Starfire, congratulations, you are the winner of this week's challenge. Helga, it was a close call this week, but you're safe. That means Primarina and Miss Frizzle, I'm sorry my dears, but you are both up for elimination. The rest of you may step to the back of the stage.
Wow! I know I said I would do well in this challenge, but it really is just such an amazing feeling to finally get a win. The beginning of this competition was really rough for me. So I am glad to be recovering from that. Maybe I have a real chance to win this whole thing now. Here's hoping.
Two queens stand before me. Prior to tonight, you were asked to prepare a lip-sync performance of Tunnel Vision by Melanie Martinez. This is your last chance to impress me and save yourself from elimination. The time has come for you to lip-sync for your lives. Good luck, and don't fuck it up.
I can't believe I am actually lip-syncing. This was not part of my plan. I guess it's time to show these queens what all those years of experience performing look like. Good luck, Primarina, you'll need it.
Ladies, I have made my decision. Miss Frizzle, Shantae, you stay. Unfortunately, that means, Primarina, it is not your time. Now, sashay away.
I can't say I didn't see this coming. The tides were just not in my favor this season. Hopefully I can come back someday and prove myself, since I didn't do a very good job of that this time, but I guess this is goodbye, for now.
They just don't know what it takes keeping food on the table. I've been slaying for the motherfucking payroll. No question I do provide. Mama wants something sweet when I'm done for the night.